homeless people on the street, what's the first thing that comes to mind? Are you one of those people who think they deserve it for making bad decisions in life? Or do you stop and ask yourself how you can help them? This is EMPCOMM Employee Communication on Homelessness, the Landscape in Malaysia. Hashtag Support Homeless. Please click to begin. That homeless man you see on the street probably didn't have the same opportunities that you had. That single mother who lived in the shelter didn't have the same support system that you had. We need to help them because we are blessed to not to be in the same situation that they are in. We have the resources that they don't. In short, we are in a position to help, and so we should. What they need is you to help them. Yes, you. Homelessness is a real issue in Malaysia. According to DAFLOT 2012, Kuala Lumpur shows the highest percentage of urbanization in Malaysia. During that term, most people tend to migrate from rural to urban areas. Most migrants are in search for better living conditions. There is a significant number of them who have succeeded and failed in obtaining a better life. For those people who have failed, they end on the streets, as they do not have any temporary place to stay. In fact, the standard of living in urban areas, especially in Kuala Lumpur, is quite high and expensive. It's not surprising if the number of people who live along the street are increased. The fundamental issue is to provide a basic need such as safety, food and shelter to the homeless community, but it may also result in long-term negative impact to the country. Many NGOs doing a noble act by giving a donation for food, shelters to homeless people, poor and needy. However, their charity works have made the homeless lazier and are not interested in looking for a job, as claimed by the federal territories. This is because they can easily obtain food without having to work. On top of that, they usually wait at the usual place to get pack of food and support from various NGOs. It indirectly encourages more people to be a part of homeless population. NGOs are moving more towards short-term effectiveness rather than long-term, which have also resulted in indirect increase of the homeless population in Malaysia. Therefore, the main issue is to address by providing a support to NGOs to design an effective program with long-term employment opportunities and permanently housed. Let's join us for a corporate social responsibilities. The timeline set for our nationwide CSR this year is in 23rd July 2021. However, there shouldn't be a specific timeline for Agile program, as a continuous effort and involvement are required to battle urban poverty and homelessness. For example, if we ask the homeless people if he would like to work for a day, and he said yes, and you say great, I'll back in 6 weeks to pick you up, it wouldn't work. It's important that we have the agility in our program. Nowadays, bank does not just a financial intermediary. Bank must take a stand on tough social issues and to respond in a way that would support the community, especially most needed, such as a homeless community, outside traditional profit-making norms. A well-crafted press release or a modest donation was not enough to show an awareness and sensitivity. It should be inbuilt as part of the company's objective and in line with environmental, social and governance (ESG) initiative. This is among the top social issues that bank can play a role as a driver in gaining action participation from staff as well as to public via banking product and services. And perhaps donation is cheaper than keeping them homeless, and donation to the right party will ensure long-term survival. As we plan for nationwide and regional company CSR, we also encourage social participation by attaching with NGO that can help them in distributing aid and assistance to them, or support the government initiative such as OPKASE, Pusat Transit Gelandangan, Desa Bina Diri, Dapur Jalanan, Need to Feed the Needs, and many more. We also plan to drive a pilot program initiative in bringing the homeless people to workforce. We also plan to enhance banking products toward ESG and sustainability investment that embedded in social element in it. Success of this program can be measured via effective of the CSR programs from number of employee continuous participation. So let's join us. Close monitoring and reporting on homeless people progress in terms of employment opportunities, as well as number of homeless that connected to mental health service also will be measured. One responsibility in combating the most persistent social issues in Malaysia. Otherwise, the issue will lead to a crisis and may affect our future generation. Any form of assistance and initiative taken should have other outlooks in terms of the consequences or impact that will arise in the future. By the way, you see, most of the time, homelessness is just temporary. Sometimes, all they need is someone to help them get back on their feet. Thus, we need to help them become productive members of society again. Homelessness is a global human tragedy, but if we work together, we can make the world a better place for everyone. No matter how small the effort is, it can make a difference. Conclusion: I believe there's always be a better way to help our brothers and sisters in need, rather than handing a few ringgits out of car window to them on the streets. When you go to a street corner and you engage with a panhandler or homeless people with dignity and respect, maybe for the first time in years, maybe in their life, and you tell them that you believe in them and this is their city as much as it's your city, and you actually need their help to make our place better, and you understand that this isn't the answer to all their problems, but at least it's a start, and amazing things happen. So, who's next? Are you ready to step up? #support homeless.